Good evening and welcome to Rooftop Sports YouTube channel. I am back from some Mariners baseball. It has been a long time since I've been on the show, and most of it is due to don't quit your day job and softballs and, well, anything that you can really think of. But I am glad to be back on the show. But what I'm not happy about is the fact that the Mariners are now 2 games back from the division from the Houston Astros, and it's about to be 2.5 unless the Mariners win the game to keep it at 2. And in the wild card, Mariners are now third in the wild card, and they are just dangling with 2 games ahead of the Kansas City Royals, 3 games ahead of the Cleveland Guardians. I guess the Texas Rangers aren't really much to worry about for now, and the Angels as they're kind of out of reach. But Kansas City and Cleveland are the ones that are the threats. I know, Fritz, I know I didn't really miss much, but there are some things that I did miss was when Taylor Saucedo was actually met with some typical death threat by a troll. Now, here's the first thing, first of all. If you're a fan and you're saying mean things like that, including death threats, that's inappropriate. Let's not do that. End of the day, just a baseball game. 2, Taylor Saucedo, stop playing the victim card. You let a person of 36 followers get to your head, living rent-free. And you got to that, just report the guy, but don't make it into a social media spectacle where you're literally trying to hide from the fact that you had a pathetic performance from the bullpen, which, by the way, Dan Wilson shouldn't have put you on there. He shouldn't have put you there. You shouldn't have been in that situation. But at the same time, you got to perform and when you're being put in a high leverage situation, you have got to perform and not give up runs, especially when Gabe Spire, Bizzardo, and Brash did all the work for you. Not Spire, but Spire was available. Could have pitched him. And that's where Dan Wilson's showing his Scott Service ways. And by the way, you'll be interrupted by me eating some amazing Korean authentic food. That's what you're seeing right here. I'm going to eat it right now. It's so good. Sean Lee, how's it going? Thank you for being on the show. And to all those that have been donating and subscribing to my channel and engaging, thank you very much. And by the way, I will be joined by Jay Trident Podcast in a few moments. He has entered the studio. And Jay Trident is right here. And how are you doing, my man?
I'm doing good. I like that ad that popped up with that guy there, like right before I came up. It looked like I was the big buff guy there. So good to see you. How you doing, my friend?
Well, I'm doing good, but have some things to address. So first off, the 2-7 road trip, absolutely embarrassing. That's the reason why the Mariners are kind of now dangling for dear life from Kansas City. And what's the other team? Kansas City. And the other team they're dangling is with Cleveland. So that's still dangerous. And then 2, Taylor Saucedo. Now, first off, if you're a fan saying death threats, all I'm going to say is you're a child. I assume that you're living on the screens. And if I were you, get off the screens because I know that you clowns don't really mean it. I know you guys don't. But you just, at the end of the day, it's just a game. Now, as for Taylor Saucedo, how about you? It's kind of weird that you conveniently, and we talked about this, he conveniently posted it right when he had a 5-run massacre of himself. Sounds like he was just, I think he was trying to be more of an opportunist and say, well, I pitched bad, but that guy hurt my feelings on Instagram. And first off, it was a 36-follower Instagram and didn't even have a profile picture, and he let that get to his head. Now, like we talked about this, if it was more of a high-profile Mariner fan or any of us content creators, sure, humiliate us all you want. Not that we would do it, but if it did happen, then yeah, you have some validity to it. But like Mike Cameron said, focus on the dang game and hold yourself accountable for giving up 5 runs. Whew! That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, like I think everybody is in agreement. If you are a person or one of the clowns sending people death threats, then I mean, figure your life out. Go to church. I don't know, something. Find something to do to better yourself. But like you said, on the flip side, also, like sometimes you got to turn off the noise, I think, as a professional athlete and just find that, that happy that happy median of, listen, I get it. I'm sure that can affect some players differently. I'm sure some guys get them, they brush them off. I'm sure some guys it affects them more deeply than others for sure. But I think it's something, and Taylor Saucedo seems to be someone that has had some run-ins with fans before, so I do wonder if maybe it's just too much of being on social media a little bit and just something you need to get away from. It's honestly like if I were a professional athlete, I would not interact with fans in any way. I probably would have social media, to be perfectly honest. I'd probably get rid of it. And it would be something I just wouldn't, once I'm done with the game, would be that I'd sign autographs at the game, but I wouldn't have any like conversations. I wouldn't do streams where I'm interacting with fans and stuff like that. For my own personal, no matter what you do, you don't deserve to have that sent to you. Like, and nobody is defending it. I haven't seen a single person that's going, "Oh yeah, hey, that was okay." Obviously, we all agree that's sick stuff. But I think if you get away from some of these things, and it just becomes something that is, I think it's some social media stuff. Like I agree with what you said. Essentially, I'm droning on about stuff, and I've made my point.
I mean, think about Julio Rodriguez. Like, if he probably gets that at least once a day because he's Julio Rodriguez. He's probably getting it from Astro fans, some extreme angry Mariner fans if he strikes out a couple times. But he brushes it off. He doesn't care. Maybe he thinks it's cute and funny because, or he just likes the attention because he is Julio. He's a social media guy too, but he handles it differently. And I think the best way to do it, just if you're a professional athlete making millions, just pay someone to handle it for you. Give someone a job.
And if someone's like, listen, and I'm not trying to, this is probably going to come off wrong, like, because death threat is a death threat, but like there are ones that are serious, right? Like there are ones that are probably very legitimate that players get. That's like, hey, I know where you live and I've seen your house, though, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like there are some that are way more serious than others. If that's the case, and I think kind of like what you were saying at the beginning, then dude, call the police, man, like file the report and like, get this taken care of if it's something that you feel your life is in danger. But unfortunately, I think most of it is trolls that obviously I don't think are going to do it. Doesn't mean it shouldn't be taken seriously. Like if it got reported and they find out who that guy is and he gets arrested, then I'm not gonna have any sympathy for the guy. But yeah, some kind of control with it. I wonder how often it does happen though. Maybe it's less than we think, but I'm kind of with you. I would think that guys like Julio, Cal, high profile guys, if they have, but a lot of them turn off DMs. That's why they turn the stuff off. They don't have that stuff open. They don't have people comment. They're not on social media because they know that's going to happen. They're just opening themselves up, essentially to that stuff, unfortunately.
Well, yeah. And I guess I'm trying to think what else I would say about it. And I guess we don't really have much time to say about it because we got 1 minute until the Mariners game. Will be taking on the Athletics, and the betting odds say that the Mariners are an overwhelming favorite, but don't let that fool you. We're talking about an A's team that has given the Mariners trouble this year, and they've won 3 in a row, 7-3 in the last 10 games. So don't let the betting odds mislead you at all. You got to actually do digging into bigger research and say, oh, they're 7-3. They've given the Mariners hard time. So if I were the Mariners, like they still got to buckle down and treat this as if they are still in that road trip and not say that being at home is a guaranteed win, which is ironic because media has been talking about T-Mobile being a detriment to the Mariners when ironically it's actually been an advantage for the Mariners because it helps the pitching staff.
And to your point, the A's not only are hot, their offense is, I think, top 10 in most metrics. The pitchers we're going to face, I don't know about Morales tonight as much, but Springs has been a trouble for us. Lopez is really good. Their bullpen has been outstanding, even without Mason Miller. Their bullpen has been really good. So this is a tough A's team. I don't know what happened to them in May when they were like 1-19. And I'm not saying we should remove that because it happened, but if you restarted the season today, I would think the A's are capable of winning the West. So this is not at all a gimme series by any stretch of the imagination, to your point. And like you said, getting back to T-Mobile hopefully helps the pitching staff here because they need it.
And Fritz says, yes, we did miss the playoffs by literally one stinking game again. And I think this year, Mariner fans have been a little bit better about saying, it's just one game. We don't really hear that. We don't really see that anymore because I think the fans are like, okay, I get it. We have been missing the playoffs by one game. I get your point that we cannot just take each loss for granted, unless it's like, remember that Texas series where Logan Evans just got lit up so badly, but the Mariners had won that series and it seemed that they're like, eh. And it felt, and the game just didn't, it just felt off anyway. Like
Yeah.
those kind of games, I'm not going to like hold anything against, but it's one of those games where if you're blowing leads or I guess anything like, or the game on Thursday or Wednesday when Taylor Saucedo just blew it up. That's one of those games that we look at. And by the way, we're going into the first pitch to Kurtz, brought to you by SeatGeek. And you guys have been using it quite a bit. Now the pitch. Now here's a ground ball right to first base. That's going to be Naylor. Toss over the first in time. And the first pitch already 1 out. Good
Very
play by
efficient.
Naylor.
But yeah, to your point, like if the Mariners were 7-1 on the road trip and lost the last one to Philly, like listen, Philly's a great team. It's going to be hard to go in there and sweep them. So we all know losses are going to happen, but at this point, we can't just kind of go, well, go get them tomorrow. Like you've got to win these games. You don't have a big enough cushion, and you're not playing good enough baseball right now.
Man,
not saying they go 34-0. That's not going to happen. But
no, here's Shea Langoliers, the pitch. And that is inside for a ball. Langoliers has been having a great season. 268, 28 home runs, 60 RBIs as their catcher.
Most home runs in baseball since the All-Star break.
Yep, 16 home runs. He has just been absolutely on fire. I mean, this A's team, I still expect them to be a force to be reckoned with in the future. The pitch, that is going to be right in there for a strike. Like, they're not a bad team. It's just a team that's just, I guess, all over the place, developing talent, and also the drama between California and Las Vegas will do it to them, as we're at 1-1 for Langoliers. And now the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. And that was a 96-mile-an-hour heater on Brian Wu. I'm also looking at the fantasy baseball stuff, and turns out someone dropped Luis Castillo. Now I'm trying to be curious who that was and how he just got added by Greg. Greg's great team, and he loves to add those pitchers. And we're looking at the transactions as we're at 1-2. Now the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and in just 5 pitches already, 2 outs. Very efficient for Brian Wu. Here we have 2 outs. And now the next batter is going to be Brett Rooker, one of their top sluggers on the team.
Good start for Wu. Looks good.
He was dropped by Canseco's car wash, so I'm kind of wondering and curious why he dropped him especially a 93% owned player, but I guess he was thinking other ideas. Here's Brett Rooker, 25 home runs and 269 the pitch, low for a ball.
Yeah, Castillo, and he's got next start will be at home. It's kind of where you want Castillo. I guess I can understand though some tough road starts coming up. Not the best place. He struggled on the road. He was awful against Philly. He was lucky to only give up 3 runs.
Pretty much 1-0 inside for a ball that nearly hit him, and that is going to be 2-0. On deck's going to be Tyler Soderstrom, who had that red hot start against the Mariners at the start of the season. Right now, he has 23 home runs. He has had a career year this year. As we're at 2-0.
He had 2 on opening day.
He did. 2-0 the pitch. Now here's a ground ball foul. And I was actually doing that game with the urinating tree. We were there together for about 6 or 7 innings. As we're at 2-1 for Brent Rooker. Seconds going down to the clock, the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball foul.
Opening day is always fun. Everybody has that optimism that it could be their year. And now we're in August when all of us, except for maybe 2-3 fan bases, are miserable.
Even worse, I'd say worse miserable too. We're feeling it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're feeling the pressure. Maybe not miserable, but we're in the biting nails.
And that is a foul ball. Still going to be 2-2 for Brent Rooker. Brian Wu has been the best pitcher on the team this season. Probably the most consistent, which nobody would have expected. as he's at 2-2 on pitch number 10. It's going to be pitch number 11. And now the 2-2 pitch. Now here's a fly ball drilled to left field. Forget about that one. A home run by Brent Rooker. And just at a blink of an eye, the A's take the lead. And that is Brent Rooker's 26th home run. And you saw it by Randy Arozarena. He didn't even run for that. He just went like, yep, that's over. But the thing was, it barely went over the fence. So, yeah, it probably went away too fast. But sometimes you want to see Arozarena at least trying to track it. But he just like stood there and go, yeah, whatever, man.
At least give your pitcher the courtesy run. But that was out in a hurry.
Yeah, it was a laser.
Yep.
I don't know. Maybe after seeing that replay, maybe there's nothing much he could have done, but still, at least could have.
It was further back than we thought. Looking at the replay too, it was pretty. He wouldn't have had any chance of that, and it was so fast. But yeah, a little courtesy jog for your guy. But here we go again. Wu looked great through 2 batters. Now you're down 1-0.
It's always what the Mariners started to do. They always have that little oopsie pitch that they let that get away, and next thing you know, we're down 1-0 already. As we're at 0-1 now, the pitch, and that is low for a ball. Tyler Soderstrom this season batting .375, 3 home runs and 5 RBIs. I believe all those 3 home runs were against the Mariners. I mean, that were on opening weekend.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Doesn't seem to have a problem with T-Mobile Park one bit. And he's also in a 19-game hitting streak, the 1-1, and that is outside for a ball. I did go to that A's game in spring training. I think it was like 2 days after we met. I saw Jacob Wilson hitting 2 home runs that day. The 2-1 pitch. Now here's a ground ball foul. Now we're at 2-2. Randy Arozarena being pointed at by camera. 2-2 pitch. Up high for a ball, and that is going to be 3-2. 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Either Brian Wu, after that home run, is trying to be a bit more careful by not pitching too much in the strike zone, or he's just losing the control. As we're at 3-2. And the pitch to Soderstrom. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to retire the side. 2 strikeouts for Brian Wu. But however, the A's snuck one with a home run to left field by Brent Rooker. And we will be back, after their timeout.
Well, I mean, you got to get one to win anyways. So, it shouldn't be the end of the world. But yeah, just right now, just a team that's not inspiring. Man, it's amazing how baseball can change so quickly. Like a week ago, they were playing the Mets on Friday night. They won. They were 2-2 on the road trip. And I think all of us felt pretty good. Fast forward a week, and I think all of us are kind of like, we're now just like, okay, season we're 2 up on a playoff spot. Like, let's fast forward this season and just hope we're still there at the end, or in that kind of mode. It can change quickly. It's a good thing, get a W and can turn things around. But, the vibes definitely aren't like I'd be lying if I felt great right now about this team. But, you hope it's just a cold streak.
All right, guys, goodbyes only. Don't forget it.
Stop it.
Thank
That's all I can say.
They just can't be normal, can they? Can they just, like, after going 9-1, they couldn't just go like 4-5? Just be normal. Like, it's either they're the most red hot team or they're just like, what are we even doing out there?
I don't know if I'm being crazy. Can you remember the last time a pitcher had a 1, 2, 3 inning?
No, they didn't have any in game 3 against Philly. I think Gabe Spire had one on, what's today, Friday? I think Tuesday Gabe Spire had one in the middle innings there against the Phillies. I think that was the last one. So it's been 10. Well, I guess they only pitched 8 innings. So 10 innings, I guess.
And then the last time we had a show together, that was before Victor Robles snapped and lost his cool, threw a bat at the pitcher. Like, I get it. He got hit 5 times, but and still one of those things, you still have to restrain yourself. Like, throwing a bat is a pretty, like, sure, it's like, well, they threw it 5 times at me. One's okay. No, because most of those, I would think that they're all by accident. I mean, the bat, deliberate, there's a difference.
And that's the thing. There's no way to, could it have been on purpose to hit him? Maybe, but like, there's no question throwing a bat is on purpose. So, and the court of law wouldn't hold up very well.
No, that's why he got suspended. As we're at 0-2, and now the pitch to Rosarena way outside for a ball. Good thing he didn't swing at that. Of course, they're talking about the Vetter Cup for the San Diego series, and all of us are like, who cares? We're at 1-2. And what if it's a series split? The 1-2.
Just split the veteran. Yeah. And like, can you imagine at the end of the year, if the Mariners miss the playoffs, let's do a video that says, but at least we won the Vetter Cup. I'll do it sarcastically.
Yeah. As we're at 1-2 for a Rosarena. And now the pitch. And check swing, did he go? He did not go, but it looked like he almost did. And now it's 2-2. So funny. Baseball is so funny. Couldn't beat a Phillies team, but a garbage Nationals team can. Yeah, it sounds about right. The 2-2. And that's going to be a foul ball. But sometimes those bad teams just happen to have the good team's number once in a while. Like, remember Jeff Fisher's Rams against the Seahawks? They couldn't beat some dinky team. Yeah. But when they play a Super Bowl Seahawks team, they at least gave them hell.
Yeah.
Jeff Fisher just liked playing against Pete Carroll Seahawks, a 2-2. And now here's a fly ball popped up in the center field. Might still be going. Actually, yeah, that's going to be caught by Lawrence Butler. And look, the screen on my video kind of got blurry, so I couldn't tell if his back was already headed.
It looked good off the bat. I thought it had a chance. Wrong part of the park. He pulls that. It might have gotten out.
Marine layer suppression.
Rooker's just cut right through it.
Yeah, like he doesn't have a problem. He adjusts. I don't know. Why is it a problem for the Mariners?
I mean, to be honest, though, the offense really hasn't been. I mean, it wasn't great on the road trip. It's the pitching. I mean, the pitching in Philly was atrocious. I mean, the offense wasn't great, but it wasn't.
Yeah, the best way to just debunk the whole Marine layer thing is Mariners still win their games at home and the 1-0. And a swing and a miss, and you can tell Cal Raleigh was going for that one. That seemed to be his pitch, but I think he got goofed up on the changeup. But his season against the Athletics, he's been atrocious. Batting 188, no home runs, 3 RBIs. Could be a long series for him. The 1-1. That's going to be inside for a ball, 2-1. Cal Raleigh, as we all know, is having a very historic year. He is 10 home runs away from breaking Ken Griffey Jr.'s record. As we're at 2-1. And that is low for a ball. Good eye. And this time Cal Raleigh's being a little bit patient. Also, Cal Raleigh is the major league leader in home runs with 47. He is 9 away from tying the great Ken Griffey Jr. of 97 and 98. And the 3-1. And that's going to be a foul ball. And you would imagine that if Cal Raleigh gets to 55 or 56, you would think that Griffey is going to be at those games. What hurt the Mariners in Philly is that they swung so much at garbage, which the Mariners still tend to do.
They struck out a ton. They did strike out a ton.
As
Phillies did throw some really good pitchers, though. I'm not mad at the offense for the Phillies series, really. It was the pitching.
The pitching just has to be at their game, the 3-2. And strike 3 called, and Cal Raleigh knew it so much that he flipped the bat.
That was a good pitch.
It was a very great sneaky pitch, and even ABS will back it up.
Yep.
And now we've got 2 outs, and it's now going to be up to Julio Rodriguez to see if he can extend this inning. And a great frame job by the umpire or by the catcher, something that we're going to miss going into next year if they do continue. That strikeout was so shocking to Cal. Now here's the pitch, and that is a strike. What I was saying was the strikeout was so shocking that Cal Raleigh flipped his bat and couldn't even catch it. That sounds a Mariner thing to do. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Terrible swing by Julio. Got fooled on the slider, it looked like, and that is going to be strike 2. And don't forget, Cal Raleigh has to be reminded that pitchers are going to give him bad pitches. As we're at 0-2. I mean, that's what I did in softball. I gave those sluggers bad pitches too. The 0-2 pitch. And that is low for a ball. And for Immaculate Grid, do you want 873 or 872? And I know which one you're going to pick for sure. I already looked at it.
Well, I haven't seen them, so I'll go 873.
All right, then. The 1-2. Now here's a fly ball to deep right center field. Could that still be? Nope. Marine Layer does it again, and that is going to retire the side. Caught by JJ Bleday, and we will go into the next inning, and we will go immediately into this game. All right, here you go.
Brewers and Reds. Oh my gosh. Wow. Played second baseman. For minimum second base 1 game for Brewers. Fernando Vina. Or not for Brewers Reds. Not for Brewers Reds. For second base, the one on the right.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Fernando Vina, 5%.
For Astros, second base Mike Lamb.
That's obscure.
He had to have played. I don't even know if he played second. Yep. Okay. What's born outside U.S. and D.C. Okay. And played second base. Robinson Cano. I don't know.
You're gonna get hit. Oh, not too bad.
Okay. White Sox. Born outside the U.S. Tadaguchi, the old second baseman for them.
If I can even spell Tadaguchi.
I think Iguchi. I think that's him up front top there.
Tadaguchi. Yep, you got it.
Perfect. Astros, White Sox, Carlos Lee.
Yeah, that's an easy one. It's probably going to be like 20%.
Yeah.
9%.
Brewers, White Sox. Oh my gosh. Why is that? Gosh, I have no idea. Reds born outside United States. Edwin Encarnacion.
Edwin Encarnacion. And because I took too long, I'll give you one more.
Okay, Astros and Reds. Why do I always like blank when it's like stuff? Oh my gosh. Oh my God, why is it so difficult? Astros, Reds. There's got to be someone. I'm costing game time here, and it's making me nervous. I have no. I'm like completely blanking. Astros. Okay. Reds. I have no idea. Jake Castro, the catcher. Did he play for the Reds? Try him. I don't know.
Here's a line drive, and Rosarena Matt catches it. Which one?
For Astros, Reds, try Jake Castro. He was the catcher for I don't know if he played for the Reds, but.
No. Jacob Castro?
I think Jacob. I don't know. He doesn't even exist. How about try who's the Eric Milton, the pitcher? I don't think he pitched for Houston, but we'll try him.
For the Reds?
Yeah, I know he pitched for the Reds. I think he may have pitched for Houston like once.
Nope.
No, okay. Then I'm out.
325. Now here
had some good
Lawrence
ones, just drew
Butler.
Blanks.
You did. The other one had a Mariner, but because I didn't disclose that to you, I will not be doing this one. So winner gets.
Oh, you can go for it.
Winner gets that one. We'll do that. Winner gets that one. I'll do 871. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Immaculate Grid has pretty much carried all my live streamings over the past many months. It's all thanks to you, as we're at 1-2 for Lawrence Butler.
It's fun. It's addicting.
Very addicting. And now here's the 1-2. And now it's going to be a foul ball. And the A's are really getting to Brian Wood. They're just fouling it off like no other. Kevin Kirby asked, what do you guys think of the idea of getting rid of Solano and Moore and call up Laz and Harry Ford? Laz been torching. Yes, he's been torching Double-A, but his swinging approach is still the concern. He still strikes out the pitch. And Laz Montez is an outfielder, but I guess you're replacing Dylan Moore, but then you're losing. But then we need a utility in Miles Mastroboni.
Yeah. Harry Ford, sure. If they can give him some
Harry Ford,
DH at-bats or something. Yeah, that would be okay. But again, he's not going to catch probably. So
2-2.
Maybe in September.
And strike 3 called, and that is going to be 2 outs. Makes you wonder what they're going to do with Mitch. Let me look at Laz Montez.
Montez, no chance. There's no place for him, and they're not going to bring him up.
And there's just no reason.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just nowhere for him to play.
83 strikeouts. Wait, hold on. In Arkansas, 59 strikeouts in 44 games. No.
No. And even if he wasn't he's just not there yet. Next year at this time, sure. You know what I mean? But not now. Harry Ford's possible. I think that he could be up in September.
If they make the team, then sure, why not? But they're also going to cut the roster short too.
Isn't there some rule though? I think Fritz is right that like you have to be on the roster to it used to be that you had to be on the roster before then. Like call-ups couldn't make it. I don't know if they've changed that though, but it's a good question. I'm actually not sure.
Something we should probably Google is we're at 1-0 for hernias as we got 2 outs. Didn't even pay attention to the second out, the pitch. Now here's a ground ball right to the second baseman, Cole Young. Throw to first in time, and we're going to go straight into the immaculate grid as that was this time a 1-2-3 inning. And now let's get to the game. Boston and Blue Jays. Ricky Henderson. No one would have thought of that.
Nope.
Center field and Boston. Ted Williams? Nope.
Good try.
Angels and Boston. John Lackey. Ay, ouch. Blue Jays and Tigers. What I know. Blue Jays and the Hall of Fame. Paul Molitor. That hurts. Angels and the Hall of Fame. Nolan Ryan. Hey, you're gonna win this one. And I'm too lazy at this point. Played center field.
Never heard of that guy.
No, who is he? Okay, Bobby Higginson, not bad.
Higgy.
Angels and Tigers. They don't really, it's pretty rare when those two are together. Same with Tigers and the Blue Jays. Center field. Mookie Betts. Okay, I feel like I just need one more. This is tough. Angels and Tigers. Do I remember?
And then Fritz, to answer your question, I think Robles is fine though because he's on the IL technically. Oh, you got me. 195.
Yeah, by all those 1%ers and those small ones got me at the last second. And also that I was able to answer almost all of them.
Who'd you do for Angels Tigers, or is that the one you left blank?
Jeff Weaver.
Ooh, great call.
That one was clutch. Jared Weaver's older brother. And the pitch. I wonder what's their relationship. I wonder who was like the favorite kid out of all of them. And Jeff Weaver was the firstborn, so he probably had the most pressure. And then Jared Weaver probably was left alone. And now the 2-0. Now here's a liner, ground ball, diving stop, throw to first in time. Luke
I don't
Raley,
think they'd call up Robles now, Kevin, because they'd have to play a man down. So if they called up Robles, they have to option somebody. The league's not going to let them bring him up and then keep the roster. So if he's up serving his suspension, they're going to have to play. So they'd have to option somebody and then have Robles not play.
And I think they're still going to keep him at least for a few more days just so he can rehab a little bit further too. So now that he's not playing and a swing and a miss and strike one to Suarez, because he's going to be out of activity, then he's going to be rusty again. So he's going to have to, I think he's going to get at least 2 more rehab games.
And at least in September, you get 2 call-ups, so you can technically add somebody and Robles and have them serve. So that's probably what they'll do.
Oh, that's a good point by Fritz. And now the pitch. Now here's a ground ball, and this is probably not going to get anything done. Throw to first in time as the Mariners continue to play very uninspiring baseball, especially on the offensive end, and that's going to be 2 outs.
I think Robles would be fine if you make the playoffs because I think he's coming off the IL. It's not a call-up. So I don't think Robles – I think if Robles is brought up whenever, he's fine because he's being activated off the IL. And I think I could be so wrong on that, but I think Robles would be fine for playoffs. I think September call-ups can play in the postseason. I'm trying to think 22 with the Mariners. Anybody they call up in September stay on the playoff roster? I don't remember.
I don't know. Kelnick got a call up at the last second, I think. Like more like
because he came off. But Kelnick could be a good example because he was hurt, right? That was that was 23 when he punched the cooler.
23 was hurt. Yeah, he kicked the cooler. Shouldn't have kicked
it. Sorry.
And he had a good at that, so he had nothing to be ashamed of. And the 0-1, and that is a strike. I still remember watching Jared Kelnick in a Tacoma game chucking his bat in the dugout. As we're at 0-2. Evan Carter, Rangers, was on the playoff roster. September call-up. Yeah, Evan Carter was a very surprise performance. As we're at 0-2 for Jorge Polanco, the pitch. And strike 3 called, and he knew it. And that is going to retire the side. And also, because I won, I am going to pick the one that I really want for the Immaculate Grid. The one with the Mariners on it. You always love those Mariners.
I know. Oh, they're so great because we can pick so many obscure ones.
Watch this one. Glenn Allen Hill. Who would have thought that?
Look at those shades.
Mariners and Nationals, or it could be. Watch this one. Yep.
There you go. Great call.
Dan Wilson.
He played first? Wow, I would not have got that.
In a game against Chicago when they're getting blown out, and they let Chris Witcher play. I'm too lazy for this. Yeah, too lazy. I'm lazy.
Got the obscure ones. Now it's time to just stab pat it.
Wait, who played first base? No, they already know Bryce Harper plays first base. Edgar Martinez. Yeah, oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
This is where I'm getting really lazy. Willie Stargell.
How much percent was that?
13%.
That's not bad. A lot of younger people play this. Probably don't remember Stargell. It's probably not a terrible one.
Ramos Ramirez.
Ooh, good one.
Well, 17%. And now Pirates and the Expos or the Nationals. That's a tough one.
Trying to think.
And I give up.
Go. No. Think of one. Oh, you could have got you should have given it more.
It was already over.
Yeah, but still, you were one away.
163. And now we are back from the break in the top of the third inning. And now here's the pitch. And that is a swing and a miss. And that is strike 1.
Kevin,
aside from the Brian Wu home
pitcher can't hit.
Aside from the home run given up by Brian Wu, he has been pitching very well.
Yeah, it looks great.
And now we're at 0-1. And now the pitch. And a swing and a miss, strike 2. This team is so weird. If they have pitching, they don't have hitting, vice versa. Pretty much.
Yeah, it's outside of like those random streaks they have. It seems like it's always the case.
At this point, I hate to say it, but management kind of did their jobs at this trade deadline. Now it's just up to the players to perform and up to Dan Wilson to not screw it up. As we're at 0-2, the pitch,
disagree.
Which is why Jerry DePoto's probably still going to keep his job. They're just going to make Dan Wilson the scapegoat. As we're not really a fan of Dan Wilson's managing anyway. We tried to. I tried to like him. I really did. As the 1-2. And now here's a ground ball right to Naylor and go to first base. And that's going to be in time for 1 out.
Yeah, I'd be pretty surprised if Jerry and Justin aren't back.
I wouldn't be. They're going to be like, well, you made the trade and you tried, but it's going
to
get
that's
to
what I'm saying. I think they will be back. They'll be back.
I don't think Danny Boy would be back.
I could see maybe I don't think they'll fire Dan. I could see something where like, oh, it's just not for me. I'm stepping down. Like I could see maybe something like that. Be kind of interesting. I actually could see that a little bit, but well, I mean, we'll see how
here's a bunting attempt. Throw to first. in time, and that nearly got out of the way. But the
Texas
Mariners
ties
are.
Cleveland tonight. That's good.
But the Mariners are in much better shape than they were last year. Last year, they were already 5 games out of the third wild card spot, but now they're 2 games ahead on the third wild card spot. So I think you would think that they would be in much better shape this time. But we have a whole September to think about. And I can actually check and see where they were on August 22nd. And now we're the pitch, and that is a ball.
I think they were 5 back in the West, and I think they're like 5 back West and wild card, something like that. I could be wrong though.
And they still somehow made a little nice run out of it.
They actually played well in September last year. We just kind of were like, whatever at that point. So
yeah, even Mojo was like, whatever, just gonna watch baseball for fun. And then the next day they're like, oh, we fired Dan Wilson. Or not fire Dan Wilson, fire Scott Service. Give me some Joe Madden. I think we make. I don't get it. Yes, go for Joe Madden. I heard it.
There's just no chance Jerry and Joe Madden are never going to work together.
Oh, yeah, because he has the big ego. People
both do.
Jerry does. I mean, Jerry got traumatized by working with Mike Scioscia because Mike Scioscia's like, no, this is my bleeping team. And then the Angels pandered to Jerry Dipoto and fired Mike Scioscia. And then Jerry goes, see ya.
I will say, though, I think Madden might have some, because of the fact that he hasn't been hired, unless he's just done, maybe he just doesn't want to do it. I don't know. Baseball managers are so tough. Like football, it's easier to discuss because you're like, okay, who's a great offensive coordinator? Who's a great defensive coordinator? Who's a retread that's out there? Baseball, it's like, could be anybody. Like I can't be like, oh, the Twins third base coach is really good, you know?
As we're at 3-2, and I don't even know who's up. I think it's Kurtz, and I think we're back at the top of the lineup. Last year on August 22nd, they were 64-64, 5.5 out of the division. As we're at 3-2, and now the pitch. Now here's a ground ball foul. Wild card. Actually, the wild card. Oh wait, wrong dates. Wild card. They were 7.5 out of the wild card.
Yeah, they were toast. They actually kind of got back into it, like you said, in September.
But it was like too little, too late. As at 3-2. And that is ball 4, take your base. And now the A's have a man on the base.
Why do you like him?
Because he gets on base.
Whenever the A's play, I have to use that clip.
It's funny, though, because I don't think the A's walk rate is great. I could be wrong at that, but they're more of like a stolen base team now. They've kind of gone away a little bit. I feel like, I mean, the offense is good, and Texas beats Cleveland. That's good news for the Mariners.
Yeah, that helps just a little bit. Now the pitch, and that is low for a ball. And I think the A's could have stolen that one, especially when you say they're a stolen base team. Now for walks, the A's are actually, they are 17th in the league.
Oh.
Mariners are actually 9th in the league in walks. As we're at 1-0 in the pitch. And a swing and a miss, and that is strike 1. Now let's look at last year for the Mariners on how they did with walks, and I don't think it's a good one.
I think it was. They've been a pretty good walk rate team. I think they were top 10. Could be wrong.
They were
though.
4th. They were 4th in Major League Baseball in walks last year. That was pretty much their offense.
The Mariners are the new A's, actually.
Like they're trying to do the money ball thing. But on strikeouts, they were number 1.
Well, that's Moneyball too. The A's didn't care if you struck out back then. They didn't give a crap about that. Sorry, didn't mean to say that. I don't think anybody cares. But like I think they just walks, home runs, and get them on in. No defense.
We're at 1-2 on Langoliers, and the pitch, and that is low for a ball. Looks like Brian Wu is just trying to get a little bit cute with them. I wish I could say Joe Madden, but they ain't going to do it. And he's an old man, too. Maybe the Angels' job burned him out. But I don't think he was that bad of a manager with the Angels. He just had nobody to work with. As we're at 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to retire the side. A near 1-2-3 inning for Brian Wu. And now we're going to go into the bottom of the third. And now, oh, shoot. I didn't even give you enough time to give you the immaculate
Well,
grid. But
we can do it next inning because I was actually going to ask you who did Jerry hire with the Angels after Sosha? Who was his guy? I don't remember.
that is the question, isn't it?
Did he hire
Well,
Madden? No, Madden was after Jerry. Yeah,
way
Madden was
after Jerry.
What am I smoking? Madden was in Chicago at the time.
2011. Oh, hold on. Wrong one.
Or did Jerry go and they kept Sosha? I don't remember.
Jerry DePoto was hired on 2011. And for the 2012 season, Sosha led them to an 89-73 record. And then 2013, Sosha had a 98-64.
Wow.
Went into 2015. So Jerry DePoto left the team after Sosha. So Jerry left, not Sosha. So excuse me, because Artie Moreno was like, no, Sosha's the guy. Get out of here, Jerry. And Jerry's like, okay, I quit. Yeah. And I guess Sosha just got. Sosha went into 20 after 2018.
Yeah, to TK's point, that's probably why Jerry doesn't like the experienced managers. And then Kevin, your question about Epstein, I think he's an executive still with the Cubs, isn't he? I don't think he's a GM, but he's like
he's like an owner.
He's like he's like an owner. He's like Billy Beane with the A's now. He's like so high up that
he's a former president of the Cubs. Right now, he is a senior advisor and part owner of the Fenway Sports Group, which owns the Boston Red Sox. So he's basically part owner of the Red Sox. So I don't know, can he actually take a job, or is that like a conflict of interest thing?
That's got to be a conflict of interest.
They probably wouldn't even allow it, even if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Lloyd McClendon, stealing the man who stole first base.
Lloyd was funny. I liked Lloyd. He was entertaining.
But he just wasn't good manager, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I mean, Lloyd McClendon or Scott Sturz, you almost can't even compare them at all.
I thought Lloyd was okay. I don't remember going back, like my thoughts on him as a manager, to be honest. I just remember him being kind of hilarious. So.
Yeah, he was like, how could you call that?
I will say this. I think the players loved him. And loved Lloyd McClendon. Loved playing for him, if I'm not mistaken.
You gotta love a big fiery guy.
Yep.
So we're at 1-2 on Luke Raley, who has struggled this season due to those injuries. But now he's back, and now here's 1-2. And now it's going to be a foul ball, trying to fight it off. Still go down as the best manager, even though sometimes his bullpen management was also sometimes questionable too, like bringing in Bobby Ayala way too much. As we're at 1-2, and the pitch. And also not utilizing Jeff Nelson in the playoffs enough. But he kept kept using Arthur Rhodes. Like 2001 would have been Yankees. But somehow he just didn't use them enough. As now we're at 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss, strike three, and that is going to be one. The next batter is Aaron Boone. Would you give him a chance?
I don't think so. I don't know. Baseball managers are so tough. Like it's easier in football to be like, okay, this is a defensive guy. He's got this. Like Yankee fans hate Aaron Boone, but are they right? They could be wrong. So I don't know.
Same thing with but they also don't forget Yankee fans are filled with freaks. Just like I'm an expectations freak, but so are the Yankee fans to a whole new level. Even some of their media outlets will go after the Yankees as we're at 1-1 and the pitch. And that is going to be inside for a ball. Jeff Nelson, when he pitched for the Mariners in the playoffs, he only gave up runs in the American League Division Series in 1995 against the New York Yankees. But other than that, he gave up he also gave up, hold on. With the Mariners in 2001, he gave up no runs. No earned runs, too. We're at 2. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now I'm just looking up numbers on these bullpen pitchers. Let's see what the Rhodes got. So Arthur Rhodes, Jeff Nelson actually pitched 1 inning more than Arthur Rhodes, or not. As we're at 2-2, and the pitch. And now here's a fly ball to deep center field. Is there. And we got Marine Laird again. Jeff Nelson was actually, believe it or not, he was actually the second most utilized pitcher in the bullpen. So the numbers proved me wrong when I said he was not utilized enough. Yes, he was.
I'm gonna go out real quick and come back in because you're super like jittery for me. It might be my computer, so I'm gonna come back out and come back in. Give me 2 minutes.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
We're at 1-0 for Cole Young so far. And now we're at 1-0. And now the pitch. And that is going to be up high for a ball. Up high for a ball. Now we're at 2-0. And that is low for a ball. Did it get any better?
Not really, but I think it's on my end because I don't see anybody else saying it. Is everyone in the comments saying
3-0?
Both of us? So I'll make sure.
And that is a strike. Saying that I'm the lagging one.
Yeah, you are. You're lagging.
As we're at 3-1. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Paul Hahn, I am not there anymore. I quit. Long story. It's fuzzy. Oh, yep. They're saying it's me. We're at 3-2, and now the pitch.
It's not me.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Yeah, it says my connection's really bad too. And yeah, it says if I'm on Wi-Fi, try plugging your router. Oh, guess I'm still promoting though. I'm still okay doing that. Plus, I need a 1-minute pee break anyway, just by playing those ads.
I'll take over for you.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, you got it.
Just by playing those ads.
I'll take over for you.
Well, mine's on my end. It's just fuzzy. Yeah, that's what everyone's saying. It's just really fuzzy. Let's see if that makes a difference.
Yeah, I think so. I think you got it.
Looks like on my end.
Oh no. Yeah, I think so. I think you got it.
Interesting. Still really bad. Oh, it's really, really bad. I'm looking at it through my phone. Lagging is bad. Yeah, it is really bad. Wonder what I can do. I'm not ending the stream, obviously.
It's the Mariners. We'll blame the Mariners.
Mariners on everything. Yep. Huh. I was thinking, what if I make it into Wi-Fi? I don't know. I make it into Wi-Fi? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. You guys have to deal with the fuzziness at this point. This offense is striking out like crazy. Yes, it is. Mariners are negatively affecting our lives. They always do. It's what they do best.
We can't let them.
No, we can't let it live. Yeah, we definitely need the W. And it's all over a game that is only 1-0. And we're all feeling like it's over, which I can't blame any of you for. Now here's Brent Rooker. And we're at 1 and the pitch. And that is a strike. Brent Rooker, that was his 3rd straight game with a home run against the Mariners. So he is also a big-time Mariner killer. And now we're at 0-1. And now the pitch. A swing and miss, strike 2. It's definitely something wrong with the connection. As we're at 0-2 on Brent Rooker. the pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did not go. TK says they're going for long swing all pitches. They were getting walks off earlier this year. They were, and now they're just getting very impatient. It's like the Scott Service offense, Mariners again. The 1-2 low for a ball, and that is 2-2. Yeah, I wonder who's the leader in OBP right now.
Probably the Dodgers or the
Blue Jays.
Phillies, something like that. Wow.
Mariners.
Not a guess.
Mariners are 17th, and now the pitch way inside for a ball. 3-2. Yeah, mine's still fuzzy, but there's really not much I can really do about it. Got to let it. So I have to let it be as 2 and the pitch way up high for a ball. Ball 4. Looks like Brian Wu was a little bit scared of pitching to Brent Rooker, so he's just on base.
Little things like that. Had him 0-2. Lost him. Frustrating.
Now we're at got the next batter. And plus, I think my Wi-Fi is just really bad because even my streaming on my Mariners game is like really fuzzy too. So we're gonna have a very fuzzy game. Now here's Tyler Soderstrom, and now the pitch. Now here's a ball to Brian Wu. Go to first. And that is in time, and that's going to be 1 out. Okay, maybe if I turn off the Wi-Fi for my phone. And now we're at Owen. It's going to be Jacob Wilson, who is 0-1. Oh, and then for the Immaculate Grid, choose between 870 and 869.
870.
Did you review it?
Nope. I haven't done a grid in forever.
All right. I'll give you 870. As we have Jacob Wilson. He is batting .311, 10 home runs, and 45 RBIs. Can we have that kind of batting average on our team? And now the pitch. And that is a strike. As we are looking at 0-1. Still 0-1. And now the pitch after he checked the runner. And now here's a liner, and that is a foul ball, just barely foul. And that's going to be 0-2. I know I shouldn't be comparing myself to other YouTubers, but some other guy, he has 101 viewers on his show. He's had up to 200, I think, and then 0-2. And now here's a ground line drive caught by Brian Wu, and now that's going to be 2 outs right there. Hey, but who is to say that it's not possible for me? I mean, think about this year, I actually got 3 different games where I had at least $50 in a game. Last year, I was lucky to get 20 in a game? And it happened very obscurely. So it's all about keep grinding.
Yep. Especially if there's a clinching game.
Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. And hey, I did a random ALCS game. I got the view count on live was 2,000. So can't complain there. There's always opportunities. We got football season coming up too.
Yeah.
And the NBA season, which I plan to do. As now we're at 0-1. And the pitch. Low for a ball. On Sunday, I think it's September 8th, I believe. I'm planning to do the triple header. I'm planning to do that challenge.
Mariners, Seahawks, Sunday Night Football.
Other way around. Oh, yeah, it is Mariners, Seahawks, Sunday Night Football.
Yeah.
Yes, the 1-1. And now here's a fly ball to left center field, but who's got it? Rosarena's there, and he makes the catch, and that is going to retire the side. And now we're going to go into the Immaculate Grid. And Jay Trident, it is all going to be yours.
Okay, Yankees, Dodgers. This should not be as difficult as I am making it already. Okay, 2000 career hits, Dodgers. Oh my gosh. 10 plus win season. Kevin Brown, 10 plus win season, Dodgers.
It was a huge contract signing for the Dodgers back then.
Right. Phillies, 10 plus win season. Vincente Padilla.
Vincente
VIN.
Padilla.
Or just do Padilla. Maybe it'll come up.
Thank goodness for Google. Yeah, that'll do it.
Orioles, 10 plus win season. Chris Tillman.
Who the Mariners actually had in their system.
Yep.
The Adam Jones trade. Or Eric Bedard trade, sorry.
No, you're good. Orioles, Yankees, Brian Roberts. Phillies, Yankees, Raul Ibanez. .2000 career hits, Phillies, Scott Rowland. Orioles 2000 career hits on Palmeiro.
Rafael Palmeiro.
And then Dodgers, Yankees. Oh my gosh. It's probably my last one here. There's probably like such an obvious one that's
I'll just give you one because you already pretty much beat me. I'll give you Darryl Strawberry.
Oh, I never knew him on the Dodgers. And 2000 career hits, Dodgers. Why am I blanking on this so much? I feel like there should be the Dodgers.
Care. Ricky Henderson.
Did he play on the Dodgers?
In 2003.
He didn't play for?
I know, right? Yeah, you completely annihilated me on that one. You already pretty much won, so I was like, why should I care?
You're like, I know some ones. Let's get him in there.
And here we're back from the break 2-1. And that's going to be a strike. And I guess a nice frame job by the catcher Shea Langoliers. And that was clearly outside the zone. See, that could have been a reviewable one by the ABS as we're at 2-2. And the pitch. Swing and a miss right down the middle, strike 3. He missed that one on something that was his pitch. And now that is
the Vetter Cup. We do have the Vetter Cup.
Oh, we have the Vetter Cup, huh? Yeah, here's how I feel about that. And now here's the dumper and check swing and foul ball. Dodgers and Padres are on a seesaw battle for their division. As we're at 0-1. And now the pitch. Way up high for a ball. And that is going to be 1-1. Now we're at 1-1 and the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball, strike 2. As we're at 1-2 for the big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Can he make something happen? And the pitch. Low for a ball. Good eye by Cal Raleigh, and that's going to be 2-2. Morales at 53 pitches, actually pretty efficient, especially when he's striking out all those guys. I mean, how many strikeouts does Morales have? He has 5 strikeouts and the pitch. Now here's a liner to left field, and that is just too high, and that is going to be 2 outs. And that was caught. And now we got Julio Rodriguez up to the plate. Now the question is, can Julio Rodriguez extend this inning? I don't know. But Luis Morales has been pitching very well. And now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball. He's really got to run his ass off and then throw the first. And that is in time. And he does not run his butt off for that. Well, I guess he did. It's just frustrating that he's just not. No one's gotten on base. Mariners are so far being perfect gamed going into the top of the 5th inning. And also, it definitely wasn't your streaming. It's mine, because not only am I in a fuzzy situation, but also my tablet is also being very fuzzy.
You're good now. Now you're perfect.
No, that's good. And let's look at, well, now that it's been so depressing to watch, let's look at the scoreboards for fantasy baseball. Might as well, because what else do we have to really talk about? Here is, I am deadlocked with Oakland's Gun Club. Greg's great team is getting trolled by Filio Camrigas. He's actually trying to make something. He's basically being Jeff Fisher Rams. Your team is, you're playing troll against one of the better playoff contenders. So I'll give you respect for that. Yeah, this
I'm
guy,
going Jeff Fisher.
Yeah, this guy, Langoliers, question mark, blah, blah. He's pretty much, look at him, 142 points up already. He's already destroying a guy. Craig's team, the Otani team, he is also on fire. He's been winning games lately. Well, look at his schedule. Let's look at the schedule for Craig's team. He's actually won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's won 6 of his last 8 games. He was dangling along, and now he's in much better shape. And looking at the standings, this is where he's at, or where everyone is at. I mean, unfortunately, you're probably out of the playoffs at this point.
Yeah, it's been a tumble. It's been a tumble, but you know, we're still playing spoiler. We're the
In the
A's.
pitch. Yeah, you guys are. And that is a strike. People are saying stuff. Mariners are going to get perfecto. Probably, but at least we'll be part of history. As we're at 1-0.
That'll help the stream.
Yeah, there we go. Now the pitch. And a swing and a miss, strike one, and probably a nice little YouTube short where I'll be reacting to a perfect game. That might go somewhere. Right. Maybe 5,000 views. Maybe, I don't know. As we're at 1-1, and now the pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball right to the good vibes only throw to first, and that is in time, and that is going to be 1 out. Suarez has actually surprisingly picked it up just a little bit in his last 10 games. So there's some kind of positive, yeah. And now they're advertising affordable houses for retirement.
Better than the Better Cup.
And now here's JJ Bleday.
Good pitch.
And now the pitch. And that's going to be right in there for a strike. You might be slightly ahead of me.
They called
that
it
was
ball.
They did.
Yeah.
They called it a ball. It looked like a strike right there. As we're at 1-0. And now mine is starting to pause. Mine's on the spin wheel. And we're at 1-1 for JJ Bleday. And now here's the 1-1. And that's going to be a foul ball, strike 2. Be 1-2 on JJ Bleday. He's batting .210 with 10 home runs and 29 RBIs. And now he's working on a 1-2 count. I think Naylor's gone after this season if the Mariners play this way. Now the 1-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. And now that's going to be 2 outs.
Yeah, I'm not sure contract-wise. I'm not sure what contract-wise Naylor would. That's a tough one because he's not super young. He's not old. Kind of a weird profile. I mean, I would love to have him back. We'll see what happens.
And now we've got Harris up to the plate. Brett Harris. And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. Now we're at 0-1. And now the pitch. And that is going to be way inside for a ball. That actually nearly hit him. And that is going to be 1-1. Now we're at 1-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. We're at 1-2 for Harris. He's 0 for 1. And time's been called by Cal Raleigh. Looks like he's gonna have a little chatter with Brian Wu. Very curious. Yeah, we wondered what this is all about.
You always get worried here if Wu's something happened. Did Cal notice something? That always makes me a little nervous because it's like pitches were fine, no runners on base. Maybe Cal just didn't like something last pitch.
Well, I know they're having a conversation, but yeah, this is interesting timing because usually when he's just wheeling and dealing in this inning, there's not really much of a reason to talk to him, especially on a ninth hitter, Harris.
Maybe just got crossed up. Didn't look like it, but
Brian Wu has 6 groundouts, 3 flyouts, and 5 strikeouts. So he's been having a really good game. It's just that offense just now has to do their jobs, which they're not. And now we're at 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. And yeah, I don't think there's anything Cal Raleigh could have done to frame that one. And that's going to be 2-2. Got Kurtz on deck. We're at 2-2. And now the pitch. And now here's a fly ball, and that is a foul ball, thankfully. A's are sitting at 59 and 70. They're actually 33 and 33 on the road. They're actually a 500 ball club on the road. They actually play worse in Sacramento. It's a pretty strange statistic. And now we're at 2-2, and now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball. This could be a long ways. Here's Suarez, barehanded throw. And that is going to be in time. Great play by the good vibes only, Eugenio Suarez.
All right, guys, good vibes only. Don't forget it.
Stop it. Thank you.
Good play. Good throw.
Yeah, but now they're doing the hat trick game, which
This will be my last half inning, so let's get a couple runs. Again, we do the stream together, and they just, I swear, like every time. Can we have one game we do together where it's like 13-0? That Baltimore game, like 2.5 years ago, that was our Christmas.
I think Jared Kelnick sealed that fate after he struck out to a position pitcher. And after that, we haven't really been seeing much excitement since then. We haven't seen a game like that together since.
What was the last game we did together?
I think it was the... Oh, man. What? I think it was that Sunday game where Suarez or Cal Raleigh hit a home run.
I remember that.
I think it was the
He's had a
10th.
lot of Sunday home runs.
It was the Tampa Bay game.
That's right. That there we go. And I left the stream and they had that huge comeback, or not huge, but that comeback. So when I'm on, they didn't do anything. It was a Friday night, just like this, and we'll see. So maybe when I leave, they'll do something. There was that Texas game we did. They actually won.
Would you play Naylor or 480? The question is, don't ask me. Ask John Stanton and Jerry DeBoto and Justin Hollander. I think those are the guys to ask.
Yeah, I honestly don't. I would do either one. I don't know what Naylor's market, how it'll look. He's kind of an odd player because he's not a big power first baseman, but he doesn't strike out. You know, I would do either one, but I don't know what the market will dictate for Josh Naylor. That's just not my area of expertise. I would think it would be closer to 5,100 would be my guess, but I could be so wrong on that. Maybe it's in the middle, 4.5 years and 90.
And they're showing the Eugenio Suarez barehanded. Like, imagine if Jorge Polanco or even Josh Rojas were our third baseman. That play doesn't even happen.
Hey, Rojas was DFA'd. You never know. Maybe he'll come back.
I saw that. Oh, Josh, bro. I actually had hope for him like you did after that Paul Sewald trade. He did look good in 23 and in 24. A little bit different. Now, here's a ground ball right to second base. And why even run for that? Throw to first in time. And now that's going to be 1 out. And next is going to be, I think this is, it's not Brett Rooker. It's somebody else. Wait, what's going on?
They're showing what happened with the why Cal went out there. I think it was something
That's
with
true.
wanting a new ball.
And now here is Eugenio Suarez. Can he make something happen? He's going to have to. And the pitch. Way outside for a ball. On Monday in my softball game in my Tacoma League, here's what happened as Suarez is awaiting a pitch. Now here it is. Low for a ball. Our team, it was deadlock at 12-12. My starting pitcher was just giving up bomb after bomb. And then finally, one of my teammates vouched me going, hey, let Joe pitch in relief. See what he can do. As if I already gotten chances. I'm pretty much the pitcher's janitor where I just do cleanup. And now here is a ground ball foul. Like, I'm the guy where if it's like we're up by 10 or we're down by 10, then he reluctantly lets me in because he's the captain. It's like his team. The team is named after him. So he's like, I think he's like in his 60s or maybe even 70s, and he's still playing. I give
wow, good for him. That's awesome. That's awesome.
But eventually, he let me in, and I only gave up 2 runs, and they were all unearned because of errors, and we ended up winning 20-14.
Nice. So you got the dub?
I got the dub, and all those hitters that were hitting bombs, they didn't even hit it past the outfielders.
Nice. So are you going to get a start now?
No, because he's the captain, and naturally, they still need me at outfield, I guess.
Yeah.
It's just that we had the depth at that point. I mean, he wants to pitch. He wants to be the starter. Oh, look who it is. Speak up. We just talked about it a little bit. Now the pitch and a swing and a miss strike two.
Yep,
just call the bullpen.
Yeah. He's the Mariners' good luck charm.
We could have used him for that American League Division Series.
Yeah, right. That would have been funny. Jordan strikes out if he's in the street.
Yeah. And we'd be talking about something completely different. And too bad I did not have 50 subscribers when that happened. I was literally on ground zero. As we're at 2-2 for Suarez. And now the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball. 3-2 for Suarez. Well,
you're behind.
I will be probably. As we're at. Are you serious? I missed a home run.
Oh, did you have to fast forward it? Did it get frozen on you?
Yes. I missed a home run. Well, Suarez hit a home run. Oh, okay, fine. Here.
All right, guys. Goodbyes only. Don't forget it.
Stop it. Thank you.
Well, there goes 2,000 views I could have gotten unless... Yeah, the internet broke ranks. The internet is marinating me. It's playing a Mariner on me.
I was wondering how that you were that far behind. I thought you maybe like a few seconds.
It's literally spinning. Just look, it's spinning.
You're off at 2-0 on Jorge Polanco. I'll let me know on your back.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull something. Another.
Josh did end the perfecto. TK is right. Josh came in and the perfecto is gone. Polanco fouls it off. Will be 2-1. And yeah, I agree with Josh. I think that pitch from Robbie Ray was probably getting demolished no matter who was calling that game. That pitch, I think,
no doubt.
I don't think that thing had a chance. I remember that first pitch from Robbie Ray. Oh gosh, and he fouled it straight back. And my hope was just tell me Jordan hits one like 380 that flies out to center. 2-1 to Polanco. The pitch. Pops it up. I think it's going to get out of play. Langolier's giving it a look. It'll be back in the seats. It'll be 2-2. Let me know when you're back.
I'm working on it. I cannot believe I missed the Suarez home run. I was going to be like, that is his 40th home run of the season. Unbelievable.
Instead, it ended up being like our worst call. It was just like, oh, yeah, cool. Yeah.
Oh, if that happens in the playoffs, I'm going to like lose my what about that.
Morales comes set. His 2-2 to Polanco. Fouls it off again. At least making him throw some pitches here.
Here it is, 2-2.
There we go.
I'm back on it right now as we're at 2-2. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Yeah, I figured something out, and now it's a little bit better. And I'm like, whoo! I missed the Suarez home run. Of course I did.
His hardest hit of the season, too. 114.
See what I miss? Maybe my internet just needs to poop out for Suarez, and now the 2-2. And that's going to be low for a ball, 3-2. Yordan Alvarez is still on my IL. It hurts to this day. As we're at 3-2. Yeah, just in time to hurt the Mariners and the 3-2. Now here's a fly ball, more like a pop-up into the foul territory. Could be playable. Nope. Also, tomorrow I'm planning to go to the Tacoma Rainiers game to watch Harry Ford. And on next Wednesday, I'm going to Everett to watch the Aqua Sox, to watch the likes of Johnny Farmelo, Ty Pete, and Felnine Celestine, my most favorite prospect.
Yeah, all the other guys are in Arkansas now. So
3-2. Yeah, if does anyone want to go on a trip to Arkansas, let's get some. What kind of food would they have in Arkansas?
They got some good BBQ. We go during college football season, a little SEC football. Be fun.
Well, there we go. There's Arkansas. People like to say, "Oh, Arkansas is a do-nothing state." No, there's a lot of activity. College sports is everywhere there.
I know there's some really pretty, if you're into like fishing and stuff. I think there's some pretty like creeks and
3-2,
something like that.
And that's going to be a foul ball. I heard the poorest state in America is actually Mississippi.
Yeah.
We're at 3-2. And the reason why people have stayed there is because I guess they have very strong family connections. Like all the families are there. They're like literally all together. They almost like live with each other and on top of each other.
I wouldn't mind living in the South,
3-2.
to be perfectly honest. Like,
I mean, and now here's a line drive to center field, and that is going to be a base hit. And now Polanco is going to stay at first base. No, I wouldn't either. I mean, I already been to Texas.
I was watching some video, and a guy was living in Georgia in his backyard. He had like a little lake area. He was fishing. Just watch some SEC football. Like, go to the tailgates. Part of me wish I was kind of like born into that. It'd be pretty fun.
I want to go to. You know what I want to go to? I want to go to World Cup tailgate parties.
Oh gosh.
And I have very specific, and I have very specific teams that I want to go to the tailgating for. Would I give reasons for? No, I don't have one right now. But my goal is to go to a South Korea World Cup game.
They're gonna have some. There's gonna be some in Seattle, isn't there?
Yeah, there's gonna be at least 8 World Cup matches in Seattle, and I hope South Korea is one of them. But I still think they're gonna end up going to like New York, Dallas, or LA because that's where all the Koreans are.
Yeah. And that's next summer, right? For the World
Cup.
Next
summer. And don't forget World Baseball Classic. Also expect me to do live streaming for that.
I might try to go to a World Cup game in Los Angeles. That'd be fun. I just want to say I've been to one.
Even though the tickets are $1,000.
Yeah, that's going to be the problem.
Well, if you think about it, it's an every 4-year thing, so it's kind of worth it if you think about it. If you're saving for 4 years.
Yeah, exactly.
As we're at 0-1 the pitch, and that is low for a ball. You could see South Korea and Japan in the World Baseball Classic. Yep. But what I'm hoping for South Korea, if they just get it out of the group stages, and then I'll go to a game in the United States for South Korea in the World Baseball Classic. 1-0. Swing and a miss, strike one. The one thing I will say for sure, the rivalry probably won't be as intense if it was like a South Korea-Japan game against Shohei Ohtani, because I've seen there are Korean commercials that actually use Shohei Ohtani, the 1-1. So and Shohei Ohtani he doesn't have exactly the same opinions Ichiro did. Remember the whole garlic thing? And that was baseball rivalry at its prime when it was South Korea and Japan. That was like war. And I think we talked about this when Ichiro had his interviews. Like in America, he's like all chill, like he's kind of funny. He has that interpreter, the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that gets away. Why didn't Rayleigh go to first base?
He can't.
Injured?
No, it was occupied. You can't if since Polanco is on first, it's occupied. He can't, but Polanco does go to second at least.
So it's basically a bad sacrifice bunt.
Yeah, exactly.
And now we've got JP Crawford. So yeah, like on those interviews, like in America, Ichiro's kind of funny, says a bunch of weird, cute things and savagery. But then when he was doing interview for World Baseball Classic, he sounded like he wanted to hurt somebody. Like he was not even he was like intense.
That was stoic. It was a different animal.
And you saw those clips where when you see him angry, which is very rare, like he was like screaming the F-bomb.
Yeah,
we're at 1-0.
Different animal.
The pitch. And that is low for a ball. But with Ohtani, I don't think we're gonna really see any of that. Like Ohtani is a very Ichiro dropping curse words. He did drop a curse word at Bob Costas, August and Kansas City. That one. And we're at 2-0.
Two rats.
Yeah. The effing dead rat. And then Bob Costas just lost it. Such an Ichiro thing to do is we're at 2-1. And his Rick Riz impersonations. Holy smoke! And the 2-1. And the pitch. And that is strike 2. How could you not swing at that, JP boy?
No, that looked like the pitch.
Don't you know you have Cole Emerson literally right on your butt right now? He's in Double-A, so you better bat like your life depends on it. And now the 2-2. And the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball, not going to get anything done. Go to first, and that's going to be in time. But at
Swung
least,
at the wrong one.
Although you are out, at least we saw the Mariners hit. You did. I didn't because it lagged.
But at least even the ESPN thing in your thing is lagging. It says 1-0 still in your banner. So even that lagged.
Everything is breaking ranks on me.
So we'll make the call. I'm sure Josh he's ready to come in. We're making the call. Appreciate you having me as always, my friend. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And this call to the bullpen will be brought to you by this. Where is it? Where is it?
Try our delicious burgers today. Satisfy your cravings with our mouth-watering burgers. Double cheeseburger with classic double beef patties with melted cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, onion and house sauce, a fresh, flavorful delight. Double bacon cheeseburger, crispy bacon, fried onions, barbecue sauce, and double cheese. Double guacamole bacon burger, double cheese, crispy bacon, guacamole, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and our special house sauce. Pair any burger with fries with an ice-cold drink for the perfect meal. Come down and taste the difference. You can only find these burgers at our Snoqualmie Mexican food truck.
SeatGeek is a mobile ticketing app for sporting events, concerts, and other events. They make the buying experience easier by the app ranking each ticket from 0 to 10 to see if you are getting a good deal, and you can see exactly where you are sitting. I regularly use that app, and I have had nothing but a fantastic experience with SeatGeek. Use my promo code RooftopSports to get $20 off of your first purchase. Link to the code, app, and website will be in the description, so take advantage, and thank you. Man, where's another commercial? At least until Josh gets here. And we are back for the break. Looks like Josh is going to take some time. And now we're at 1-0. And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And that is strike 1. And we got the amazing Josho on the show. And isn't it such a Mariner thing to do for my streaming to be lagged out when Eugenio Suarez hits a home run? I think I'm still going to go with it. I'm just going to be completely oblivious to it, but I'm still going to have the clip playing as we're at 1-1. And now here's the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. As we're at 1-2 on Kurtz.
Mariners, when the Astros go on a massive losing streak, the Mariners go on a massive losing streak as well.
Honestly, the Astros, I think, are the smartest team in baseball. They know when to lose and to win. They just wait till what the Mariners do. As the 1 and 2, up high for a ball. I also plan to be back on Sunday for the series finale. Tomorrow, I'll be in Tacoma watching a AAA baseball team. As we're at 2 and 2, and the pitch. Now here's a ground ball right to Josh Naylor, tossed over the first. That's going to be in time, and that's going to be 1 out for the Athletics. Out of the town scoreboard, Astros beat the Baltimore Orioles, Red Sox beat the Yankees, Tigers beat the Royals, that helps, and Rangers beat the Guardians. So wild card wise, it's actually been a good day for the Mariners. They just have to show it with the victory.
Yeah.
Now we're at Shea Langoliers.
Especially with Kansas City and Cleveland being hot on your tail right now.
Pretty much on our butts.
Yeah.
All right. For your immaculate grid, choose between 869, 863, 61, 59, 56, and 54% of the time. And the 01, and that's going to be a foul ball.
So which ones again?
869, 863, 61, 59, 56, and 54.
That is a huge.
As we're at 0 and 2 on Shea Langoliers. And now the pitch. And that's going to be way inside for a ball. 1 and 2. Brian Wu is on 78 pitches going into this in the top of the 6th inning.
We'll just go 869. None of these were really ones that I was all at. Yeah,
The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
These are players that these are teams I definitely know.
And that is going to be 2 outs. Beautiful pitch by Brian Wu. I think that's his 6th strikeout of the game. And it is. As we're at 1-1 so far. Now here's Brent Rooker, who hit that home run. And now the pitch. It's going to be a ground ball. It's going to be a foul back, actually. Brett Rooker batting 271, 26 home runs, and 74 RBIs.
Yeah, you know it's bad that for the Astros and they're playing when Chas McCormick comes out 3 times to be the pitcher.
And the 0-1-0 or 0-1 up high for a ball, 1-1.
That's pretty bad.
You know what's sad? Dom Canzone's not pitching today, so I can't make fun of him.
And what's funny is the running joke was there for Chas McCormick because they're all like, step aside, Shohei Ohtani. A new 2-way player's coming in. Chas McCormick.
That's we're at
and
1 and
he
2.
has no scandal attached to him.
Brett Rooker with 31 doubles. He's having another good season. And now the 1-2. Now it's going to be a ground ball foul.
And then I also saw that Ohtani in his last start was really bad and had to be removed from the game due to
How about an injury? Okay, he should stop pitching. That's just he's got to stop it and just let it go.
He should, but the Dodgers won't force it because they want that money. They want the money.
They want the money.
And what's funny is his worst outing was this season, and it was against the Rockies.
The Rockies, the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Another strikeout for Brian Wu. Strikeout number 7, and that's going to retire the side. And time to go into the immaculate grid. Here we go.
Oh, no. Okay. I don't want to guess Mr. Padre for 300 season average. He's going to tank it. Luis Arise. Let's do Luis Arise.
11%, not bad. You're
Well,
gonna do
because
Tony
I know
Gwynn, weren't
Mr.
you?
Padre would just completely.
Tony Gwynn would have.
Yeah, he would tank it. And honestly, I don't know that many other players. I could have done a Rise if it was Padres Twins. But honestly, this is one that I don't know that many on. And the other ones I didn't know at all. Braves 300 average season. Let's go Freddie Freeman.
Braves. We got Freddie Freeman.
Okay, Twins. Who on the Twins has had a 300 batting average? That's a hard one. Suffice it to say, you're probably going to win this one.
Well, who do you got?
Like I said, no, can't do that one either because he played for different teams there and can't match them up.
By the way, time's up. Back from the break.
Yeah.
7:19.
Yeah, that one wasn't good. Like there were a few players I thought of. Problem was not good matchups here. Like they wouldn't have been able to match up. Like if Mets and Cleveland were different, could have used Thor, but
Trying to look for anything with the Mariners. And now here is the pitch, and that's going to be a ball.
well, I could just go and look like really way back. Oh, I just saw 873. Man,
A pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball, 1-2 for Cole Young.
oh man, why didn't I do 873?
Still 1-2.
Wait. Have you done 872?
Nope. And that's going to be a foul ball. Let me see 872
has
actually.
the Mariners.
I already did that, and I got a 163. And Jay tried and still beat me with 33.
Huh. Did you do 873 as well?
He did 873. As now we're at 1-2. And now here's going to be a fly ball to left field, and that's going to be easily caught by the left fielder. And now that's going to be 1 out.
Probably have to go way back.
What do I want to do? Now here's Randy Arozarena up to the plate. And now the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball. As we're at 1-0. And now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. 2-0 for Randy Arozarena, batting .239 with 23 home runs and 59 RBIs.
And I'm going to say Detroit, man, what an embarrassing
pitch.
second half of a season for them.
They're having that bad of a season? Or
Well,
bad?
the only reason why they have the amount of wins now is largely because they've been playing the AL Central. If they were not in the AL Central, they would not have the second best record.
It's going to be a 3-1 count because Arozarena thought it was a ball 4, and it should have been. And now it's going to be 3-1 for Arozarena. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be popped up. He got under it, and that's going to be foul ball. A game I'm looking to go is probably on September 13th against the Angels on Saturday.
Huh.
As now we're at 3-2. And now the 3-2 pitch. And it lagged away. And that's going to be a foul ball. 3-2. Atlanta's really having a bad season.
Oh, yeah. That's a disappointing year.
I don't think they have to blow it up, though, as we're at 3-2. And now the pitch.
Well, and what
Now
was
here's
weird,
a liner to third base. He's got it. And the throw to first in time. I think Randy Arozarena could have hustled that one a little bit better. That's going to be 2 outs.
well,
Now it's
it
going to
is
get to
Mr.
Cal
Poser,
Raleigh.
So Mr. Poser doesn't, you know.
No, why are they doing this? New membership for the postseason push. $500 for a home stretch flex plan. They're already planning it. They haven't made the playoffs yet, and they're already advertising this.
Well, we all know who's going to get the blame for
The marketing department.
if the Mariners don't make the playoffs.
They just decided to get cute about it. Now here's a line draw to second base. Throw to first in time. And that's going to retire the side. Why do I care? I'm just going to go slowly into the macular grid because I already beat you anyway.
Well, yeah.
There we go.
Just do the most obvious answers, and you'll
Pretty
still win.
much.
Yeah, do the most obvious ones.
Because I'm lazy. On the big cat, Andreas Galarraga.
If I had to guess, no,
What?
300 career home runs.
Ah,
Albert Pujols would probably be the one.
I want to do Albert Pujols.
Albert E. Pujols.
Not bad.
Yeah. Though I'd imagine he's probably up there for the top answer just because dude has 700 home runs. If only he hadn't been in an Angels uniform, and then we could have maybe had someone beat Mr. Balanced Breakfast that isn't, a player who played his entire career in Japan back in like the 70s and 80s.
Angels and Cubs. Well, I don't really care anymore. I just really do.
Like I said, easy win.
Didn't even have to try.
Yeah. And yeah, like even though I said Detroit's disappointing, sure they're second best record in all of MLB so far. But the issue is pretty much since the All-Star break, they've won, like they were at 60 wins, I think, at the All-Star break. So they haven't done that well.
And we are back from the break here in the top of the 7th inning.
Whereas the Brewers, 81 wins now.
Oh, and back to this. And now it's going to be Tyler Soderstrom and the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. Brian Wu actually leads the major league in strikeouts with 51 since the All-Star break.
Not too shabby.
As we're at 1-0 for Soderstrom. And now the pitch. Now here's a ground ball right to Cole Young. He's got it. Throw to first. And that gets away. And that was way over the head. And they're lucky that Soderstrom didn't even go to second base on that one, and he should have.
Well, they're also lucky that it didn't go in the dugout because I think that it gets you an automatic base.
Now we got a man on first base. A terrible error by Cole Young. That should have been a routine play.
Oh, they're doing a mound visit now. They're all like, because of that crappy play, we're pulling you.
And here comes Dan Wilson, and he has seen enough. He has not seen enough yet. Cole Young is just looking embarrassed of himself.
You better hope that, someone doesn't hit a home run here.
Yeah, I'll be saying stuff like, and that is a fly ball drilled to right field. Forget about that one.
They should give that home run ball to Cole Young.
Which one do you like better, the fly ball drilled, or do you like the he has seen enough?
He has seen enough is the best.
And we all know what the best
Or-
quote is throughout this YouTube channel history: World Series, baby.
Or no, just great, one to say a home run. And Alvarez punches and kiss it goodbye. And the Astros have walked him off in game 1. Are you
Now here's-
kidding me?
Jacob Wilson. And now here's a fly ball to center field, but Julio's going to be there. And he makes the catch, and that's going to be one away.
The guy throws like 50. Jesus.
The combo jack. Maybe I should get that $5 combo and check it out. It can't be worse than them. It can't be worse than the McDonald's combo. Now here's Lawrence Butler.
Remember the days when fast food, actually used to be,
And now here's a ground ball. Could be double play ball. Throw to second and then throw to first. And that is in time for the double play. And we're going to go straight into the bottom of the 7th inning. It's going to go to the stretch time as soon as I get the Louie Louie music up. And I'm going to sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, so let's root for the Mariners. If they don't win, it's a shame.
Well, they
It would
did
be a
win.
shame. It would be a shame because Mariners are falling apart, 2-7 in a road trip, and Suarez just hit a home run. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Aloe. Oh no, said we gotta go. Yeah. Aloe. Oh, baby, said we gotta go. A fine little girl be waiting for me. I catch a ship across the sea. And let's okay, do you want World Series baby or do you want the Dom Canzone?
World Series, baby, since Canzone's not coming up.
My point is it's across all Seattle sports. It's this idea, like people pleading 3-4 years ago to bring back Ichiro when Ichiro's like 93 years old. I'm like, no, I do not want to bring back Ichiro. Like Griffey when he's got a walker out there and he gives you a single every 60 games. Like the list goes on and on. Like people crying, like Haniger comes back, and you think that we just signed a Hall of Famer. Like he was injured all of last year. He's like 33.
And we are back from the break. Couldn't get to it. Now the pitch, and that's going to be low for a ball.
World Series, baby.
We got Elvis Alvarado as the pitcher from the bullpen. Actually, pretty good bullpen pitcher. And now the pitch. And that's going to be right in there for a strike, and that is 1-1. Rodriguez is 0 for 2 so far, World Series, baby. He's batting 261, and now the pitch. Now here's a ground ball right to first base, and now he's going to go to the bag, and that's going to be in time. That was Nicky Kurtz making the play. And now we've got whoever's the cleanup guy. It's going to be Josh Naylor up to the plate.
Well, another thing I found funny about Detroit and this skid is their run differential is 98. That's not even leading the American League. The Yankees have a better run differential. The Red Sox almost have a better run differential.
And now the pitch. Now here's a fly ball to deep right center field, and that is probably going to go. That is gone. That is a home run for Josh Naylor, and the Mariners have now taken the lead to make it 2-1. That is home run number 16 for Josh Naylor. 102-mile-an-hour exit velocity. It's the Mariners 2 and the Athletics 1. And once again, the Josh and Josh combo strikes once again.
Well, honestly, Detroit's just riding off of, oh, we made the playoffs last year and we upset the Astros. That is literally all they're riding off of.
That's it. That has nothing to do with the home run, though.
But I know I was just responding to Fritz's comment.
You're responding to the home run. You're supposed to say something. Oh man, it happened again. And now here's
I'm used to it. It always happens when I'm on the show.
You see a lot of home. And I want to know what the Mariners' batting average is when you're on the show.
Someone could probably, crunch the stats and give you the number.
Yes, we're at 2-0. Well, that will take a lot of time too. Don't forget.
Yeah, it will.
It's not even worth it.
Now, breaking news. When this Houston fan is on this show, the Mariners play 100% better.
So
petition to have this Astros fan constantly going.
And now here's a 3-0 pitch going to be for Suarez. And now here it is. And that's going to be a strike. We just had that Josh and Josh combo. Josh Naylor hits a home run while Josh is on this show. As we're at 3-1 for Eugenio Suarez. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. 100-mile-an-hour fastball, by the way. Fritz is not sold on Detroit, huh?
Yeah, that's what I was responding to.
Well, I'm not sold on the Mariners either.
They just have not. Ever since the All-Star break, they've just kind of hit cruise control, and they don't look that good. Like, they'll have spurts where they look good.
Now, here's a fly ball to deep right field, and that's not going to be enough. And he makes the catch, and that's going to be 2 away. Josh Naylor did hit that home run, though. Now we're at Jorge Polanco, and now the pitch. And that is going to be up high for a ball. Hello, Daniel Barry, Sports Highlights. It's been a long time. He was a former member of the show, as we're at 1-0 on Jorge Polanco. And now the pitch. And check swing, he did go. That's going to be a strike. That was actually going to be a strike anyway. And now that's 1-1. We're at 1-1, and now the pitch. And a swing and a miss again, strike 2. Hard throwing right-hander, throwing all these 100-mile-an-hour fastballs. And now that is 1-2. And another 1-2. And that is going to be ball 2. That almost hit him. Gino and Naylor are 100% of the offense. You really lost. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Imagine if the Mariners don't make that trade. It's still a 1-0 game, probably.
Yeah.
As we're at 2-2 for Polanco.
And I'm going to say for Gino, he has been very disappointing.
It's what I expected, though. But he's actually
honestly, that's kind of what I was thinking too. But considering what he brought to the table, that was super disappointing.
But he has done things that you just can't just put it on statistics, though. That has been useful for the team. As we're at 2-2.
Well, yes.
Now here's a fly ball to deep right field. Is this going to be enough? He's at the track. He jumps, and that is gone. That is a home run for Jorge Polanco.
You remember something about saying that this bullpen pitcher was really good?
I guess not so much, but
Yeah, that's
Jorge
what you
Polanco-
said at the beginning of this inning.
Well, maybe that was a reverse jinx maneuver, and now the Mariners 3 and the A's 1 on Jorge Polanco's home run. I believe that is his 17th home run of the season.
That's his 19th.
His 19th home run of the season.
But like, yes, he's there for, more of the feel of it, but for
Not a
what
pitch.
you were trying
No,
to get, you were trying to get more than just good feelings. You want good offense, especially for what he was putting up.
Oh, you're calling it good. Okay, what about the fact that Suarez has good defense? He has good leadership. He's like Khalil's older brother kind of
Well,
thing.
yes,
The 1-0.
but
Outside
the
for
thing
a
is
ball.
all that kind of pales by that offense. Like the amount of home runs he hit. He was one of the Diamondbacks' like most interesting players this season. So it was like
Too
you
low
were
for
paying
Luke
for a
Raley.
lot more.
Swing and a miss.
For something like, let's take Carlos Correa, for instance. He hadn't been offensively that good this season. He had struggled in Minnesota.
Now the
And while we
2-1.
knew that he could put up good offense and he had elite defense, we mainly got him because of more the defense and just kind of the clubhouse feels there and hoping that the offense comes back. And the offense did come back. And so great profits, essentially.
The pitch. That's going to be a foul ball. 2-2. We've seen 2 home runs in this inning.
But none by Cal Raleigh, of course.
Well, he doesn't hit well against the A's. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Now we're at 2-2. And the pitch. Way outside for a ball. And that is 3-2.
Now, Paul, the game is over when the game is over.
Please, don't. I'll delete
Don't
the comments.
say
Paul.
that.
A pitch,
Well,
swing and a
'cause
miss.
what's
Strike
going to
out.
happen?
Look at that! The curse has already begun. The curse has begun.
Yeah, what's
The
going to
curse of
happen
Paul
is
has
every
begun.
A's batter is going to come up and they're going to hit 20 home runs and something like that. We
I'll
can
be
breathe
saying-
easy. We're going to win.
Wait, I think this is perfect timing for this.
My point was, it's across all Seattle sports. It's this idea, like people pleading 3-4 years ago to bring back Ichiro.
Yeah,
when
no.
Ichiro's like 93 years old. I'm like,
I'll agree with you on
no, I do not want to bring back Ichiro. Like
No,
Griffey, when he's got a walker out there, and he
I-
gives you a single every 60 games. Like the list goes on and on. Like
I mean-
people crying. Like Haniger comes back, and you think that we just signed a Hall of Famer. Like he was injured all of last year. He's like 33 years old. We trade for him, give up on Robbie Ray, which whatever. And all of a sudden, I swear, all of Twitter is like, World Series, baby! Let's go! Let's go! He was a negative WAR player for them last year, but because we love Hanny, baby, he's going to come and save the Mariners.
He's going to
Yeah,
come and save the Mariners.
Yeah, he didn't.
And that Robbie Ray trade. Oh, yeah. So we just completely punted on this man
Because they just didn't want to
for
wait
a
a half
bag of
season.
chips.
For nostalgia.
That was the bag of chips. It was they were nostalgic chips.
So basically, it's a bag of chips that came back from like the 90s that used to be good. Now it's not so good anymore. So it was basically that.
Yeah.
You know what McDonald's should do? Bring back the Big and Tasty, which no one ever had before.
I think it's actually in other countries. I'm pretty sure if you go over to like the UK, I'm pretty sure that's like that.
Crikey.
Or no, I wish they brought back the bacon cheesy fries. Those were good.
McDonald's had those?
Well, it was one. It was, I think, one summer they did around
Now
the
the
world.
pitch. That is a strike.
McDonald's dishes, and I want to say it was from Australia. It was like cheesy bacon fries, and those were so good.
We are back from the break, by the way, and now here is the 0-1 for Matt Brash, way outside for a ball.
Oh,
I know someone that used to work at McDonald's, and there was this one customer he told me about. He would eat 2 daily doubles. Now here's a fly ball drilled to left center field. Actually, Julio's gonna be there. Makes the catch.
Julio's going to be there, and he loses it. Oh no, the curse of Paul.
He gets 2 daily doubles a day and a Coca-Cola every single freaking day.
Jeez. And I feel sometimes bad when I'm all out. Maybe I want something a little bit bigger.
2 daily doubles.
Or like when I'm all like at Whataburger, I'm all like, I'll try the double Whataburger because I'm just really hungry. And
I would think that if you had those every single day, don't they get sick of it eventually?
You would think. I got sick and tired of eating pizza every day in undergrad and Dr. Pepper. Literally, it was those 2 things for both lunch and dinner.
As we got 0-2, Matt Brash on the mound. And now the pitch, way outside for a ball. That's going to be 1-2. JJ Bleday is awaiting. Now the pitch, swing and a miss, and that is going to be strike 3. A strikeout for Matt Brash, his first of the inning. Might be his second, actually. Oh, no, it is his first of the inning because Julio caught the
other one went to the probably.
It was drilled to center field, and Julio was there. He makes the catch. Forget about that one.
It's not as good as and he hits it deep and foul ball. That's the best.
Oh, how about this one? Here's a fly ball to Marine Layer.
This is a deep hit by Nick Castellanos.
No, it goes like this. And here's a fly ball to deep left field, and Castellanos makes it into a game. I am so very sorry.
Because he's doing it in the middle of his apology and just
0-1. And that is a ball.
There was a home run.
Dude, I bet if you saw that live, you would have just been everyone would have just been so confused about wait, what the heck is going on?
Is that the word that was said.
Now here's a fly ball to center field, light center field, and that is going to drop in for a base hit. And now Cortez is going to go to second base, and he's going to get in there for a double.
It was hours before he got fired.
I know, and they did it right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I don't think anybody even knew what was even going on live. They're like, oh, okay.
Well, yeah, because it was only like a few people who were watching it that early who caught that.
Oh, and here comes Dan Wilson.
And he has seen enough. He's all like,
I haven't seen enough.
You suck.
It's a lefty, Gabe Spire. That's why.
It's a lefty going against Yordan Alvarez. We've seen this before.
It's too bad that Tom Brenneman just had to say the capitals of the world. I wonder if he was referring to San Francisco.
Could be.
There's a very mixed comment about it. One side will say, at least hit the mute button or just don't be there to say it. And the other guy's like, well, you should probably re-examine your brain. So there's 2 different sides to that, just on how Tom Brenneman said it.
I'm always going to say this is it's kind of just a rule that every broadcaster, every streamer, anyone who does anything that's live, the mic is always hot.
Even if you hit the mute button.
Yeah, always assume the mic is hot. Now, there are some times when people slip up, because there was one, I'm trying to remember, I think it was this season where it was some flag promotional and they said it really fast and they had to stop themselves because they almost said a really bad word.
Man.
And you can probably figure out from the word flag what it probably was.
I want to know exactly what I was doing on that day. It was a Wednesday. I took a day off to take a test. And I pretty much rested the rest of the day.
Seems like a chill day.
Yeah, pretty much. And we are back
and
from the break.
What is this picture of Gabe Spire that they use on MLB.com? It looks terrible.
I know, right?
Like, he's kind of like, you're just like, what the heck is that smile? What the heck is that smile? Like, Kurtz is like, got a nice natural smile, and this is.
Here's Kurtz. And now here's the pitch. And I can see why they did it. Nick Kurtz feasts on righties. 227
Oh, yeah.
WRC plus. That's why they did it. So Dan Wilson had seen enough of Nick Kurtz, I guess, against righties.
Guess so.
But he's over
you're
2,
in a
so maybe it should have been a
where
big deal.
One swing can
And the
tie
pitch.
the game. So.
And that's going to be 0-2.
Now, he has faced Spire twice, that being Kurtz, and he is 0-2 with 1 strikeout.
So I guess that's why he did it. As we're at 0-2, and now the pitch, and check swing, he goes for a foul ball. I really want to see Dom Canzone pinch hit just so I can play the clip.
Yes.
Some of those clips have been staying on.
Every time that I always see the Astros pull out a position player to pitch, I'm all like, please let it be Jose Altuve. I want to see this man pitch.
As we got 1-2 so far.
I know they won't until probably his retirement year. I imagine if there's a situation that comes up in his retirement year, they might.
And now the 1-2. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. And that is going to be strike 3. And the decision by Dan Wilson, seeing enough of Matt Brash, has been vindicated. And now we are going to go into the bottom of the 8th inning. Would like to see more insurance runs. And that will retire the side.
Mariners. Why would they score insurance?
I don't know.
Because that's the easy way to win a game. They don't want to.
They have to.
They don't want to
live and die.
They want to do it the hard way.
They always do.
Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thin crust.
And we're back from the break. Tom Brenneman is 61 years old right now. His father, Marty Brenneman, is still around.
Probably not too happy to see his son get fired like that.
Nope. As now we're at 0-1, and now the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. Wonder what Tom Brenneman is up to these days. He was actually my favorite play-by-play guy of all time. At least for baseball, he was my favorite.
Who knows what he's up to?
And now the pitch, it's going to be up high for a ball.
Oh, I think because of the Padres beating the Dodgers, I think they're neck and neck now for the NL West, though the Dodgers hold the tiebreaker.
And that's going to be outside for a ball. Brenneman, actually, here's what he did in order for. So in 2020, he actually got to do play-by-play for the Roberto Clemente League in Puerto Rico from 20 to 21. Now here's a line drive, and that's going to be a base hit, and that's going to be a fair ball. And J.P. Crawford's going to go to second base. The throw to second, and he is safe. He's actually safe, and he actually dodged the bullet on that one.
He kind of let up there a little bit.
On July 22nd, 2021, Chatterbox Sports, a subscription-based streaming service, broadcast high school games in Cincinnati area, hired Brenneman as their new play-by-play. So he did some high school football. In 24,
I think he's kind of desperate for work.
I would have just stayed in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, because there's a good chance that no one knows you.
And in that area, they don't really seem to care about PC things.
Yeah, they have, bigger problems of getting out of poverty.
Well, even then, in communities, which I have seen, they say a bunch of weird things all the time.
Well, yeah. That's how it is in a lot of different communities once you get outside of the mainland United States. And even then, there are pockets.
This was definitely a challengeable call. Like, I don't blame the A's. I almost said Oakland.
Yeah.
I don't blame the A's for making that challenge. I thought he was out.
And he is. He's out. He's gone.
Yep. Yeah, no doubt about it. I thought Crawford had a chance.
That was on his own fault because he kind of
got greedy.
Well, he got greedy, but also I think he kind of slowed up a little bit there, thinking he had a bit more time.
Tom Brenneman is now a host of a morning talk show on Cincinnati radio station, so at least he got a job back somewhere.
Yeah, at least it's back in the States.
Honestly, I would have stayed in Puerto Rico.
Yeah. But like for instance, there was this one time when I went on vacation to Hawaii. We were on Oahu, and the thing is that if you ever go to Hawaii, just expect that the people living there on every other island except Oahu, they'll be very nice. On Oahu, they're very rude.
As we're at 1-1 for Cole Young.
And yeah, there was these rude people, and they ended up trying to pick a fight with me and my family, which was great. Yeah, the guy wanted to beat me up, and I'm all like, well, that would have been great. Beat up a handicapped person.
Hey, how about this? In Special Olympics basketball, let's have a guy that dunks beat up on guys with like autism and like your kind of stuff. Let's do that, the 1-2. And that's going to be low for a ball, 2-2.
But the thing is while that was going on is like there was this lady that was with them, and she was speaking in native Hawaiian.
2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to be.
And what I didn't realize at the time is she was just hurling insults at us. The reason why I know that she was hurling insults is my dad knew what those insults were.
And now we are at 2 outs.
I'm going to guess there is she just feels, and this is probably many other people, they feel, oh, they don't know the language. I'm going to insult them a bunch.
And that is going to be a strike for Reina. As we're in the bottom of the 8th inning with 2 outs.
And that's another thing there is they just, in Puerto Rico, they got bigger issues to deal with. And honestly, they don't care. They've said worse, probably.
Ironically, Americans are moving to Puerto Rico because it's cheaper.
Oh yeah, and you're still on a U.S. soil.
Yep.
And there's a whole reason why Puerto Rico is not a state, and it's a long debate on should it be a state or not. It should be, but
I think many locals don't want it to be.
no, actually, the weird thing is the locals do.
They do.
And
the pitch.
Now, back
It'd
then,
be a foul ball.
like maybe about 10 or 20 years ago, no, the locals did not, because less taxes, less regulations. Problem is after they got hit by several hurricanes, they'd also hampered certain amounts of aid they could get, and because it's not a state, and so they've been much more in line of wanting to be a state. It's just the issue of national politics for why they
that is going to be
haven't been a state.
And there's the controversy of possible gentrification. That's always a
well, yeah, that is always a problem there, and that's going to happen regardless. To many of these Caribbean islands, especially the ones that have luscious like rainforest on them, eventually they'll all get to a point where many of them are going to start gentrifying. Even the really poor ones. Eventually it's going to happen.
And now here it's going to be foul ball. Still 2-2. And I'm also setting up my live stream for August 24th on Sunday. Andres Munoz, by the way, on the bullpen. And the other funny thing is I haven't even told you how many shows I've done this season.
Well, how many is it?
As we're at 2-2, and now the pitch. And now here's a fly ball to deep left center field. Could that still be going? And that's going to be caught by Lawrence.
Shador Sanders. that baseball was Shador.
Well, let's see how many shows I have done so far. So I am now at 53.
Nice.
Getting close to 60. I'm 7 shows away from 60, and then 8 away.
70?
I think 70 I think is doable.
70 is a good
75. I'm on pace for 75.
75 could work, but that's going to be a bit harder.
I think more like maybe 74 actually. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
And now it's commercial break, and we're just waiting for Andres Munoz to get on the mound. Probably will blow it. You never know.
Who knows? You know. He could. Is he due?
We'll see.
Because typically it's the pitcher that hasn't blown one in a bit that does it.
I think after this, I'm going to take off, do one short, and then play a video game, and then...
Sounds like fun. You know, funny thing is I was looking at my Switch the other day because it had all the game, like amount of playtime that I've done in some of my games. 200 hours in Pokemon Violet. 190 playing Minecraft, which I don't recommend playing Nintendo Switch Minecraft.
And we are back from the break, and here is Andres Munoz on the mound. He's going to try to close this out with the Mariners having a 3-1 lead, literally living and dying by the home run. That's the only way the Mariners have been scoring today, along with the A's and now the pitch. And that's going to be right in their first strike.
Though I think for how the AL West has performed in the last few weeks, honestly, whoever makes the playoffs from the
Well,
AL
one.
West is probably not making a long run. I'm just
And
going to
that
say
is-
that.
And that should be 0-2 for Shea Langoliers. And if you'd like to repeat that, I got lost on that one.
Well, basically, I'm saying after the last few weeks and their performance, let's just say I don't think any AL West team is going deep in the playoffs.
Oh, you don't think so, huh?
Like, sure, if they face against the
0-2.
Detroit, they might have
Swing
a
and a
chance.
miss, strike
I just-
3.
The AL West just doesn't look that good. They don't. Like, for a while there, they actually looked kind of decent, but then it just fell apart.
All right, well, here's a playoff picture bracket as of now, which doesn't really show me anything.
Well, I think so. In the AL side,
pitch.
it would be
Now, here's a
Detroit.
line drive, and that is going to get right through for a base hit. And now we've got the tying run at the plate. That was Brent Rooker with a base hit. And now it's going to be Tyler Soderstrom up to the plate.
That's
And
not
this could
that's
get-
the guy you don't want to be up at the plate right now.
And this can get very, very dangerous.
So right now in the AL, it's Detroit is the number 1 seed. The Blue Jays are the number 2 seed, and Houston is the number 3 seed.
Pretty much.
And how do the wild cards work again? Is it the top 2 seeds play one another, and then the third seed, the lowest seed plays the third seed? Isn't that how it is, or is it the other way around?
I have no idea.
Honestly, I can't remember. Though the funny thing is, pretty much every time that third seed faces against the wild card team, they almost always lose.
Pitch. Now here's a ground ball, and that's going to get right through for a base hit. And that should be moving a runner. No, it's going to be runners on first and second. And now we've got the lead run at the plate. And this is where things get very, very dangerous.
I will say, at least it wasn't a double or a home run.
But it could get worse after this.
It could get worse, but at least it wasn't a double or a home run. Because if it was that, then, well, it would be a completely different game.
And now we've got Jacob Wilson, another dangerous hitter, but he is 0 for 3 right now. But again, this is
4 against Munoz.
As we're at 0 and the pitch, and that's going to be a strike. He is 0 for 3. That's what I meant to say. And now it's an 0-1 count. And now we're at 0-1. And now the pitch. And now here's a ground ball. That's going to get right through for a base hit. And now the A's are going to be scoring, and that's going to be 3-2 with only 1 out so far. And now
Butler
the lead runs on first base. Yeah, Butler's coming up. And again, this is where things get very, very
and they're killing you by small ball.
They're not even doing the big ball. I think this is where a mound visit needs to happen, like right now.
Yeah, it's happening. It's happening. They're all like, get your crap sorted, man. You suck.
Oh, I think that's another quote I do have. It's drilled. We got drilled, thin enough, and dangerous.
And World Series, baby.
And we got Andres Munoz up on the mound.
And let's see what Butler's stat line against Munoz is. He is 1 for 3.
He is, yeah, and right now, luckily, he is 0 for 3 today, but that may not matter for much.
Though he
now
has
here is the
struck out
pitch
twice against Munoz.
And that is going to be low for a ball. And what was that one hit that resulted in?
Well, it's not a home run. I can't tell you anything else on that, but it's not a home run because
we're at 1-0. The pitch. Oh, inside that nearly hit him, and I think Munoz.
If I was Butler, I would have taken one for the team there.
Yeah, but it's like when we're talking about a near 100-mile-an-hour fastball going towards your midsection. I don't know about that. And now the 2-0, and that's going to be a strike. A double play ball would be really nice here. And that really should have been a ball, by the way.
Yeah, looking at it, if you had ABS'd it, ABS would have called it a strike.
And now the 2-1. And that's going to be outside for a ball, 3-1. You know, it's games like this where it makes you think that you can't trust Munoz if the Mariners make the playoffs. You can't trust him.
Yeah, when the lights get brightest.
Yeah, that's where he crumbles under pressure. The 3-1, and that is ball 4. Take your base. And now the bases are loaded. Paul, it's your fault. Paul, you did it, man.
Well, it's not over yet. It's not over.
Oh, it's over. It's over.
Well, has this guy faced against Munoz? I don't think he has, because it's not changing, so he hasn't.
Nope, he hasn't. I don't think so. But this is now dangerous. Now we got Darryl up to the plate. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be right in there for a strike. As we're at 0-1 so far.
Is him to hit a deep fly ball.
It's true. As we're at 0-1 for Hernietz. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. That was a nice pitch by Munoz. And now he's got strike 2. After this one, if the Mariners somehow get out of this guy, it's going to be JJ Bleday, who is 0 for 3. So it'd be crucial to get these bottom feeders out. As we're at 0-2. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball to center field. This might just tie the game. Here's Julio. And he makes the catch. And now tapping at third. And the throw to the plate. And no, he's not going to go at all. And he changed his mind.
Which that was a smart idea there, because he would have been out.
No, bad throw by Julio. Anything could have happened.
Well, yeah. But the thing is that the guy popped it up way too much.
Yeah, it was too much air on that one.
It was kind of the midfield. Now, if it had been more proper outfield, yeah, he's going to run and he's going to beat that.
I think he could have had a chance because it was not a good throw. So now they're maybe thinking what could have been. Is now we got JJ Bleday up to the plate, and looks like we got another mound visit. It seems. It's just Cal Raleigh.
Bleday on accident. And then that's what ties the game.
It would be one of those things.
At least it's not like the worst pitching outing where a guy literally lost the game by balking. And he didn't even throw a pitch. He balked and lost the game.
Munoz is on 16 pitches. Got 2 outs. Bases loaded. And it's up to JJ Bleday to give the Mariners their nightmare. This is the bad Munoz that we know and love. And now here's the pitch. And the swing and a miss, and that is strike 1. Munoz got him on that splitter. And that's going to be 0-1. 8 of the last 10 meetings has been decided by 2 or fewer runs. This has been a very competitive time for the Mariners and the Athletics. And now here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And now Munoz has a huge opportunity to erase this horrifying 9th inning. And now we're going to try to see if he can get the strikeout or just get any kind of out. Fans are on their feet. A really good turnout from the Mariner fans as we're at 0-2 for JJ Bleday. And I know deep down you want Bleday to do something.
No.
0-2. It's going to be pitch number 19 for Munoz.
Don't spoil it.
As we're at 0-2. And now here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. And the ball game is over.
But Paul, you spoiled it. You had an earlier view on it. You told us we won when we were literally like one pitch had been thrown. Paul, don't spoil it.
Yeah, don't spoil it. Well, that's why I went on a different browser.
Yeah.
So I couldn't see anything.
Yeah, I saw it right here, so I knew that this was over. And man, Bleday swung at some crap pitches there.
Well, I guess he made up for it.
He had that Canzone energy.
The Canzone energy. Now you said it. You said it. I gotta do it now. The 0-2 pitch.
You gotta love these
I
guys.
mean, he literally jack swing. He
Oh my
literally
God.
jack swing.
None of the-
What can
Yeah.
you say?
But I'm just all like, Paul, the next time if you see something a bit earlier, don't comment on it. Just wait, like have it in the chat bubble, and then when it happens, you then click enter. So, doesn't spoil the surprise.
Pretty much. Mariners opened this game winning.
And Munoz, oh my gosh. If that's how
And
you're playing against the A's, that you can't trust that.
Not against like big teams like the Tigers, the
A's are
Astros, the
59 and
Yankees.
71. You
and
cannot trust that, especially to anything that the NL is bringing. Like the Brewers would eat you alive there.
They already did. And what about the Phillies? They already ate them alive.
Well, yeah. Dodgers you could probably beat because the Dodgers are just hot air, but
Don't look at your comments at the end. Well, I didn't.
The issue is how I'm looking at it here on the screen is there's a good chunk of the screen taken up by the comments, so it's not exactly like I can't not see that.
I'm glad that it's over.
Yeah, because that was pretty abysmal performance by Munoz. Like, you could almost say that was like a World Series, a 2016 World Series, Aroldis Chapman, where he did basically everything wrong, but somehow found a way to like get out of it.
And they're interviewing Munoz because he's got his career high saves of 30 saves this season.
Well, that's the other problem. He's been used quite a bit.
Yeah, so he's taxed to death.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't think any AL West team is making a deep run.
Well, we'll see. You never know,
Well,
right? We thought
the playoffs
Texas wasn't going to make a deep
are
run.
a complete crapshoot, but it just the AL West doesn't look it. They do have a month to turn it around, but they just don't look it.
Well, we're going to have to see. But until then, I am actually going to take off. I am so tired. Like, work just murdered me. And
yeah,
now I am going to do one little short for Josh Naylor's home run. And I'm out of here. And Josh, thank you for being on
make
the
sure
show.
to do the Suarez one, just because.
The lag. The lag.
Yeah. Well, and the reaction just is then hilarious. Like, what?
Yeah. Well,
completely
oblivious. That will be all. And Josh, thanks for being on this show. Everyone, thank you for the comments. I really appreciate it. Sean, thank you. Fritz, thank you. Daniel, thank you. Josh, thank you. And Jay Trident Podcast, thanks for being on this show. Kevin Kirby as well, saying that my show was lagging. But until then, I'll be back on Sunday. And everyone, go Mariners.
Go Astros.